Hey guys, Stephanie with AmericanMuscle.com here with the Stainless Works Downpipe that's available for all 2015 and up EcoBoost Mustangs. The Stainless Works Downpipe is going to be for the EcoBoost owners who are looking to upgrade that restrictive factory downpipe, but still keep a factory or factory-like catback setup. The factory setup around the turbo is pretty constricting, so opening up some of that airflow from the turbo can provide some pretty handy performance improvements. Basically, when it comes to the turbo, if you're looking for performance, you're pretty much going to want airflow as unrestricted as possible so the turbo can spool quickly. And the faster the turbo can spool, the more gains you'll see. So like I hinted at earlier, this downpipe comes either catted or non-catted, and we have the catted version here today. Looking at it closer, the first thing is this is a full 3 inches all the way down to the step down right here. The step down is going to reduce the 3-inch down into a 2 1/4 inch, which leaves the option of keeping a stock catback or running an aftermarket 2 1/4 inch one, and that's one of the nice things about this downpipe. You can pick up the downpipe for some performance gains without having to purchase a complete new catback while you're at it, unless you want to, that is. And Stainless Works also has a full 3-inch option out there too if you want to go with a Stainless Works catback. The 3-inch portion up here is larger than the factory downpipe, which is where the less restriction comes from, and if you pick up the uncatted version, then that's going to be even less restrictive. But even the catted version does have a high flow cat, which is more free-flowing than the factory cats are. This is also fully made with 304 stainless steel, which is nice for those Mustangs that see all different types of road conditions, and the pipe is mandrel-bent as well, just to help with smoother airflow. When using the off-road version, you will definitely need a tune since you're deleting the cat, and if you're going with the catted version, you can run it without a tune, but keep in mind that you'll see the full power potential behind upgrading a downpipe when you're running these with a tune, regardless of whether or not it's catted. So even though the main idea behind an aftermarket downpipe is to help give the turbo unhindered airflow, swapping out your factory downpipe is also going to give you more sound too, especially if you're running the uncatted version. This downpipe is right in the middle of the road when it comes to price if we compare it to the other options that are out there right now. It costs between $450 and $550 depending on if you go with the off-road or the catted version, with the off-road version being less expensive. When it comes to the install, luckily this isn't a bad one. You're probably looking at about a few hours to get everything done, and I'm going to call this a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the scale. This is obviously going to be easier to do on a lift, but of course you can get the job done on a jack and stands if you don't have access to one. You won't need anything out of the ordinary, just a few sockets, wrenches, and a short extension. You're going to be removing the front and rear O2s for the install, but I just make sure to unclip those before you remove or reinstall them so you aren't twisting the wires. And of course, don't forget to grab the factory downpipe gasket before installing the new downpipe, since sometimes the gasket can stick to the turbo. The only other thing I'd say here is to line the new downpipe up first before tightening everything down, but that's about it. Only a few bolts and not a whole lot of time for the install. So wrapping things up here, this is a 3-inch downpipe that steps down to work with the 2 1/4 inch catback. It comes either catted or non-catted depending on what you're looking for, and not only is this going to increase performance, but it's also going to open up some sound on the EcoBoost as well. You can check this out more online for yourself and see what you think. I'm Stephanie, and for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.